is up, everybody? Thank you for joining the bootcamp. I had some technical problems. I was just starting it up, and we managed to do it. So thank you so much for joining the bootcamp. This first session is a little bit of informative, so kind of like finding the best way to go forward with everybody. Like, should I get my phone? So remember, I said a little sheet you could like fill out with some details and stuff. So pretty much everybody that joined it have this similar goals type of thing, similar similar objectives. Okay, so it's 6 weeks, it's 12 sessions. So this first session mostly just to do some fundamentals, some philosophy, part of the system, and then you guys can ask all the questions. You can send the questions to my Instagram, and I can just address them on the next session on Thursday. But send all the questions, just all the doubts, all the stuff you need to know, just write to me, and I will address it on the Thursday session. So how I wrote to you, I sent you like a little guide. So basically we'll do some warm-up exercises. I will take you to some fundamentals. And I'm also gonna give you a task. So the task is for me to see what level you are, and then we can see later on in 6 weeks how much you progress. But it's gonna be fun. It's 1 hour. I'll try to structure it better, so we show you some exercises. I give you some time for you to do them yourself, and then I can move into the next one. Because if I just do it on plus, then it's gonna be so much information that you won't be able to keep up. Or you will be able to keep up, but it's gonna be like so much in like 60 minutes, and then it's not gonna be like a good quality type of training, type of like teaching. So as you know, my background is capoeira, and as I promoted at the beginning, was gonna be mostly about capoeira. But based on everybody's objectives and what people wanna do is they wanna learn more about movement. So we're gonna take the capoeira part and we're gonna focus more on the movement side of it. So I'm gonna give you some key names of fundamentals, some positions. I'm gonna give you like code names, so it's easy for you to remember. So if I give you a chain, then it will be easy for you to understand and to do a sequence. So we'll do a chain to sequence. So if I give you a chain of exercises, then you put them into a sequence. That could be a part of the task. So I'm a little bit cold. I was trying to set up the stream. So I don't know how it looks to you. So please, maybe it's like a 2 white t-shirt and a dark t-shirt. Right? Then I get a dark t-shirt. Yes, it didn't change that much. So I want you guys to understand your limitations and your strengths. Okay? So don't focus too much on your strengths. Focus on your limitations and make those limitations your strength. So when you do your strengths, it's gonna be easier for you to perform sequences and to flow around. All right. So first part, you don't need to be flexible to move. You don't need to be flexible to do capoeira, to do movement. You will acquire flexibility while you're doing your exercises. So if you're learning a kick, if you're not flexible and you can only just do a kick down this high, it doesn't matter, because every time you try to go higher, you're gonna build up on that flexibility. You know what I mean? But it's good for you to do an extra little work with your flexibility. So if you cannot touch your toes, cannot touch the ground, so that could be a good goal for you to achieve. So if you cannot, it doesn't matter. But remember, you have that as an objective, so you can touch the floor, for example. So as I said with the kicks, you don't need to keep up on the roof. You can just keep someone's height. You can keep the stomach. You can keep the legs. So it doesn't matter. But when you're doing capoeira kicks, or when you're doing movement kicks, I would just call it capoeira. But we will emphasize on the movement side of it. So when you're doing kicks, capoeira has a lot of spinning movements, spinning kicks. So we're not gonna go into do capoeira kicks, movement, capoeira fighting with someone else. We just wanna focus on the movement of it. So just these kicks are gonna give you a good range of movement. So it's gonna give you a good setup for sequences. So if I do a spinning armada, you can just come into a sequence. Okay, so this is kind of like a test stream. I don't know if it looks alright on the stream. If you can, when you see it, or if you can hear, just let me know if you can hear and if it's a good angle for you to try. All right. So I want you guys to try this. I'm gonna do 10 kicks just to warm up. So we're gonna start with medio differentiate. You're just gonna start here. One is just a circular movement inside your body lines. There. 1, 2. Doesn't need to be high, just to move around to warm up your hip flexors. Nice, inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Few times to do it. Now we're gonna do medio friendship with our mom. So we go 1, 2. We go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you cannot do it like that, it's okay. Just go with the knees. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you sort of kick with the side of your leg. So you go with the inside and then with the outside. Inside, outside. So I'm gonna hit with the side of my leg. Okay. So how do we start a sequence? How do we start a flow? So I have some positions. This position is called paralela, but I'm going to give it a code name. And I call it a reset, a high reset, and I'm going to give you a low reset. High reset, low reset. Why do you mean reset? Why do you mean high reset? What do you mean reset? So reset is kind of when you reset something, you restart something. So this is going to be our starting position, and it's going to be our ending position. So if you start high, you can end up high or you can end up on a low reset position. If I start low, remember to always finish on the same position you started. The reason is because you should be aware of your space. So if I'm facing there, I want to face there when I'm ending. I don't want to start here and then end up somewhere there or somewhere there. I want to finish here because I know I'm in control. Because if I just end up in different positions without being aware of where I started, then you're not going to have control. And one of the most important parts of flowing and movement is to have control. Body control, space awareness, so you can maximize your movement. And then you can, I don't know if it's too high. No. Yeah, you can see the flow. So you can maximize those sequences, and then you can explore even more if you're always in control. So this is gonna start simple. We're gonna start from a low reset into a skiva. We're gonna do a low skiva from reset position. So you're gonna go low reset into a skiva. Low skiva, back to reset. Low skiva, back to reset. 2, reset. 4, reset. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So note that I move in the same kind of line. I don't go up to go down. I go low, I stay low. Okay? I don't move my feet. I stretch my body. Yeah. So I'm gonna do 10. So 1, 5 each side kind of. So we're gonna do it. I'll give you some time. Good. I assume you did 10. Now we have reset into a slow schema, right? So now you started putting a sequence already. Now we're gonna go into reset into a rolamento. So it's roll, we're gonna go side by side, rolamento. We go low reset, rolamento, low reset, rolamento, rolamento, rolamento. There. And 10 of those. If you cannot do a cartwheel, this is a good base to learn a cartwheel, the rolamento. So we can also start the rolamento from the high wrist, from wristed position, from here. Okay, go there and back up. Back up. But that would be more to start working on a cartwheel. Assuming you cannot do a cartwheel, but if you can do a cartwheel, perfect. I give you time to do 10. Maybe I change so you can see from the back. Alright? So go. Low reset. Low reset. Low reset. Three. Good. So, think about movement, flowing, flow, my philosophy. Think about rotations, rotations. Always try to maximize the momentum. You cannot have a good momentum if you're on a straight line. If you just drop here, you will kill that momentum. Instead of, if you rotate into that position, if you go here you got momentum. Here you kill your momentum. Here you got momentum. So think about half rotation. Think about circular movement. Think about arch. Think like a swings. It's the same. If you don't have that, if you just go here, you got no power. If you go here, you use a rotation, like a spring. You gotta have more momentum, more power. The idea of movement is you have to have power and control. If you don't have, it's no point. And always think about objective. Why am I doing this? What is my end goal with this movement? What am I gonna do with this sequence? What am I doing? What I'm trying to maximize when I'm doing this sequence. So I assume you did the rolamentos. We can mix already. We can start one sequence. Just with 3 moves, we can start one sequence. So let's start from a low reset into a low schema into a rolamento. Alright? So we're gonna go 1, 2, rolamento. Back to the middle. 1, 2, 3. Back to the middle. 1, 2. Back to the middle. Reset. 1. Rolamento. Hey. So you guys gotta do 10. 5 that side, 5 to that side. Let's go. I give you some time. I don't have music. It's not necessary. But music is important, and I will explain to you later on the sessions what is important to have some type of music. Well, it doesn't really matter what type of music you listen, but it's important. Nice. I assume you did 10. No cheating. If you cheat, you should pay. No, just try to do it if you can. Try your best. And send me the questions. Or send me the video doing it so I can see and I can correct for the next session. Now I'm going to show you a kick. I like to use a lot for a setup, to set up a sequence. Called a shibata. When I call it, it's called a round, low round kick. So we start from high reset, we're going to do a flow round kick, okay? Flow round kick. So one hand goes to the side, we're gonna bring the first kick up. Go here, boom. Easy. Same on the side, boom. Bring your hips over, try to bring your hips towards the front. So here, boom. This chain is smacking me in the face. Sorry. Advice on blink when you're training. So, high reset, we go there, high reset, there. Okay? So from the back. Stand. 1, 2, 5. Right? Try. I'll give you time to the 10. 5 to the side, 5 on the other leg. Give me a minute. We're going to take more than that. Nice. So we have a lower round kick. I'm going to give you another exercise called resistance. So from here, we go from a side reset, back leg goes forward. Here. Back leg in. I'm doing my right leg, so I'm going to put my right hand. Right leg goes through. Put the second hand, put my head as a support. And bring it back. We switch. This case, left leg, left hand. I go through. Right hand for support, head for support. Right leg. Back. So you gotta be able to go back where you started. Remember, always go back to the position you started. So 1, 2, hold, you can have the leg up, just put it down there. Switch. Go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back. Alright? 10, 5, 5. I'm only doing 5. I will normally make you do 10 each. We're gonna do 5, and then I will give you the task. One minute. Let's go. By the way, thank you guys for joining. It's awesome. I'm excited to see where you guys are gonna be in 6 weeks. Please send me your feedback, send me your comments, send me your questions, advice, everything, all the feedback is super important. It's kind of cool, it's kind of pretty cool it is. I think we did 10. Nice. So remember, we have seen few elements already. So reset, collamento, low esquiva, round kick, low round kick, and resistencia. Alright? Resistencia means resisting, holding. So now we're gonna add to that sequence we had before. But instead of starting from the reset, we're gonna start with the low round kick. Okay? Remember this concept, looping. So all the sequence, we're gonna loop all the sequence. What do you mean loop all the sequence? We're gonna repeat them until we tire. So we're gonna loop the sequence. Side by side, we're gonna loop the movement. Alright? Looping. So we start with the low round kick, we go into a resistencia, into a hollamento, into a low esquiva, into reset. Give you like a minute for you to like process. Low round kick to resistencia, to hollamento, to low esquiva, to reset. Alright? So it will be something like this. We go from the high reset, low round kick to resistencia, into hollamento, into low esquiva, into reset. Boom. We started here, we finish here. We go back to the middle because we're gonna do the other side. I will do a transition from there to here, but I don't want to add too much. So we just walk and we start from here. We did which step? We did the left. Now we're gonna do the right. So high reset. We go low round kick, resistencia, low esquiva, reset. So we'll stop. We go 1, 2, 3, low esquiva, into reset. We walk, and then we loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we loop. We go 1, 2, 3, low esquiva, into reset. Boom. I think I'm getting cut on the side. 10, 5 and 5. Can I give you 2 minutes? Don't rush it. Think about the names, about the position. Can I get a glass of water? I'm assuming you did both sides. If you haven't, just pause it, do the exercise, and press play again for the next one. Hope you guys feeling okay so far. Hope you're writing all the questions. Start sending them to me. So now we're mostly working on the front side of the body. Pretty much this week, next week, we're gonna work on the front. But I don't want you to neglect the back. What do you mean the back? Now we're only doing forward movements. Only from the push-up position, from the chest position. So we also have to be aware of the back. Doing movement from the bridge position. Because if you start working from the bridge position, you're gonna have so much range of movement. So a good way to work on that is to use the wall. So if you have a wall near you, yeah, we got the wall. This way. This way. Okay, so we're gonna start conditioning the back for bridge. If you can bridge, great. If you cannot do, great, no problem. We're gonna build up on it. So, as so many of you know, I got some elbow issues from training before. Doing weightlifting, don't do weightlifting, focus on movement. So, we're gonna use the wall for support, so we don't have to put that much strength on the lower back. So we're just gonna do easy wall bridges. The higher you go, the easier it's gonna get. The lower, the harder it's gonna get. We're gonna start working on transitions from the bridge position. So we're gonna start here. Just gonna bring the leg over into bridge, half bridge, look, press, continue. Same to the other side. Hand, leg, pushing it forward, look, continue. Okay? Hand, leg, look, rotate. Alright? Use the wall. Don't do it on the floor now. Use the wall. So do 10, 5, and 5. If you can go lower, go lower. I don't want you to rush it. I want you to start working on the footwork, the handwork, footwork. Alright, so that's why we're using the wall. So you can start working on the positioning, footwork, handwork. So if it was gonna be a quick bridge, I'm just gonna cross my legs in and then down. Set. 1, 2, 3. So you can start playing on the wall. Start going back and in. So you start playing on the wall with those movements. You're gonna have so much fun. And then when you apply that on the floor while doing a sequence, your mind is gonna. But remember, get a condition or keeping the straight movements is a lot of strength in the shoulders, so you gotta work on it. Doing push-ups. So I give you a minute for that. Nice. So as well as working on the bridge, we're gonna work on the handstand. If you can't do handstand, it's okay. We don't have to do handstand. But we need to build the strength for it. So we're gonna use the wall, or a tree, or somewhere where you're standing and doing it. We're gonna start working on leg switches, trocas, base chains. So we're gonna start with the right trunk, left goes up, down, touch, down, touch, bring the chin to the chest. If you don't bring it, the body's not gonna go out to the wall. You switch. No, this one is up. There you go. Try to do 10, 5 and 5. So why is it important to build the strength on the handstand, or the strength from handstand, so you can apply it on the movement? Because we gotta learn carry at the hints. Why is that carry at the hints? You gotta hold the whole body on your hands and your head, or only your hands. So I don't want you to do it now, I'm just gonna show you. So we just go there. It's different variations, so we start. Don't practice it yet. When I get to that, and work step by step to it. But it requires strength. So doing like exercises from the shoulders, it will help a lot. So I want you guys to go in. From the push-up position. When I hold 10 seconds, and then a push-up. So from here, hold. Just do 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you do push-ups, remember to push the ground with your hands, with your fingers. You press, you got better assistance from the other muscles, from the forearms, so the push-up. We go 2, 1, up, and down, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press and hold. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I just count up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Shake. Try the sequence. Try to do 10. If you can't do it, just push your knees on the floor. But try to do it spread. move. It's important to work on your leg strength and your upper body strength and explosivity. So be explosive in the legs, the arms. It will be much easier for you to do transitions. So meaning, from a standing position, you can do a transition into the low and back up, standing up. So you gotta work on your strength and your body control. So if we go to here, if you follow up to this point, I want you guys to work on all the stuff we did, at least 3 sets of each exercise. From the kicks, from the reset, all the elements we did, I want you to do 3 sets of each. 10 reps each, 3 times each exercises we did. So just to wrap it up, I'm gonna do some light stretches that I normally do. That helped me a lot since I started training. And it's super important to work on your hips. So we're gonna start just hip easy. This is only for 10 seconds. Just touching your toes. If you feel the stretch is good, don't force it. But do it until you feel comfortable. So next time you go a little bit lower, lower, etc. Right? Now we're gonna bring one leg behind. Same thing. Touch your toes. Do 10 seconds. Switch. Ten seconds. Do 10. Ten. Just easy. Just that. You can do 2 times the same combination. We have to look for the hips. Because if you're too flexible, too flexible, you won't have that much snappy power. And if you're too super snappy, strong in your legs, so you have no flexibility, you're more likely to get injured. So you gotta find a balance between. If you're super flexible, you need to start working on those Explosive moves, a lot of kicks, a lot of movements, control, hold the legs. Alright? So your task is gonna be here. This is the sequence I want you to try. From reset, you go into agolamento, fake it, resistencia, side reset, up reset. Agolamento, fake it, through, side, front. Just that. Do from the back. Agolamento, fake it, resistencia, side reset, front reset. Agolamento, fake it, through, side, front. Okay? So I want you to do that. I want you to film it, and I want you to send it to me. I will review it. I will give you pointers. I just want to see where you guys are with space awareness and coordination. Hope you guys enjoyed the first session. Remember, your feedback, your questions, everything. Don't forget your video. Send it to me when you have it ready. I will review it on Thursday, and I will give you pointers. And then we're gonna progress from there. Stay flowsome. Don't forget. Take it easy. Don't stress. Be patient. Avoid injuries. It's not good to be injured. And appreciate you guys. I'm out. Boom.